Hello, this is cybersecurity news of the week 15, year 2023, considering data breaches, data leaks, and cybercrimes. So the first piece of news comes from abc.net.au. Minister confirms 16,000 documents released online in Tasmanian data breach helpline setup. This piece of news has been published on Friday, 7th April 2023. The next piece of news comes from darknetlive.com, and based on that, counterfeit oxycodone vendor King of Keys in prison. This piece of news has been published on 9th of April 2023. The next piece of news comes from infosecurity-magazine.com. So based on that, UK Criminal Records Office crippled by cyber incident. This piece of news has been published on 6th of April 2023. The next piece of news comes from eu.jsonline.com. So based on that, data breach at ELM Brook School District exposes personal information about former and current employees. The next piece of news comes from bangkokpost.com. So based on that, sergeant who hacked data of 55 million Thais identified. This has been published on April 7th, 2023. The next piece of news comes from gbhackers.com. So based on that, ransomware gang leaked 600 gigabytes of data stolen from Auckland City servers. This piece of news has been published on April 7th, 2023. From TechCrunch.com on 6th of April 2023, there is this piece of news that legal powerhouse Proskauer exposed clients' confidential data. From darkreading.com, there is this piece of news that Russia's Joker DPR claims access to Ukraine troop movement data. This has been published on April 10th, 2023. The next piece of news comes from securityweek.com. So Microsoft claimed that Iranian governmental hackers caught in Azure Wiper attack. This post has been published on April 10th, 2023. From the same resource, securityweek.com, there is this post on 7th of April. The Department of Justice, Estonian man tried to acquire US-made hacking tools for Russia. From dtasecrets.substack.com, there is this piece of news on April 7th that released LADP, Los Angeles Police Department headshots, 269 megabytes. From redpacketsecurity.com, there is this piece of news that KFC Pizza Hut owner discloses data breach after ransomware attack. It has been published on April 11th, 2023. From darkowl.com, there is this post on April 10th, 2023. Despite FBI takedown, Genesis Market persists on the dark net. For those of you who don't know, Genesis Market is a very infamous, nefarious marketplace that has both clear-net and dark websites. Last week, the clear-net website was seized, but at the same time, the darknet site was actually still available the last time I checked. And well, according to this piece of news from darkowl.com. The next piece of news comes from inform informnapalm.org. So based on that, hacked Russian GRU officer wanted by the FBI leader of the hacker group APT28. This post has been created on 10th of April 2023. From safetydetectives.com, there is this post that US considers action against Russian-based Kaspersky Lab. It has been published on April 11, 2023. There is the next piece of news from securityaffairs.com, and based on that, Hyundai suffered a data breach that impacted customers in France and Italy. It has been published on April 12, 2023. From bleepingcomputer.com, there is this post that Coty discloses data breach after forum database for sale online. This post has been created on 11th of April 2023. Again from the same source, bleepingcomputer.com, there is this post that Dutch police mails raid forums members to warn they are being watched. It has been published on April 13, 2023. Bankinfosecurity.com has published a post on April 13th that Russian APT hacker actively targeting European NATO allies. The same resource, bankinfosecurity.com, on the same date published another piece of news that online alcohol controller web tracker breach affects 109,000. From darkreading.com, there is this piece of news has been published on April 13, 2023, that super yacht specialist Larsen in dry dock after ransomware attack. There is this piece of news from bitdefender.com on April 10, 2023. Were you a victim of the TMX finance data breach? Here is how to safeguard your identity and money. From infosecurity-magazine.com, there is this post on April 13, 2023, that over 20,000 Iowa Medicaid members affected by data breach. From the same resource, infosecurity-magazine.com, on 13th of April 2023, there is this post that the stolen card volumes plummeted 94% globally. Again from infosecurity-magazine.com, there is this post that the anatomy of an insider threat. It has been published on April 13th, 2023. Last but not the least comes from infosecurityguru.org. So based on this piece of news on 13th of April, enhanced threat intelligence technology announced by Outpost. Thanks for paying attention. See you next week.